Hello and welcome. Right then, we're going to get stuck in straight away. Let's get cracking.
Or anything like that, but right, so this time, wow, and that really did need quite a lot, so they should all now be full. Yes, fantastic. Right, milk, we will do that, but we're going to do that tonight, so I am not going to say anything. We could keep this on ready for the morning, actually. In fact, a sensible person would probably fill this as he departs. Yeah, I am not going to say anything because, as I said, I'm just going to stop recording and then I'm going to start recording at the same spot, so it makes sense. Just as this makes a bit of sense, because I'm going to leave that trundling for a few minutes. We need to grab the pickup header. I don't know what I did. It red the same, I think, to match the fact that it was, yeah, the two swathing bits were the same colour. I think that was my intention. Yeah, I want to set this going. I'm not going to film it because there's a lot of, I don't mean I'm not going to film it, but I'm not going to film it to begin with. I'm going to leave this trundling. Oh, we need to unfold you. We've got to go around this. Luckily we've got a very small header. We'll set this going, which should be actually, no, we did do all the fields as well. Really, so it's not the same one. Yeah, we'll set this go. Wow, that farmer's been busy. We saw that a few minutes ago. Good belly. They've got some secret weapon to do that. Right, so we need to be field 25. And no, I will keep this. Clear, load, activate. And check that you've self-unloaded and that is alright. It should be. We got the vehicle settings. I think we went to advanced. We did. Right, brilliant. It's on though. That's the main thing. So first, we need to grab a. Yeah, we'll go with the Mack trucker. Let's try it. Let's give this a chance. Because we can always force tip it. It's not the end of the world. We've got a big bucket, so I'm really not going to lose any sleep about it. Yeah, we'll use it. This seems to be getting quite a lot of... we could stick that in the... No, let's grab the other one, the Mack trucker. I'd like to give it a chance. We'll leave that as a low. Grab this. Give it a chance. We could sort of prime it and go. It's not loading though, it's the unloading that seems to be the problem. It seems to accept anything, including things on this map that aren't standard things. It's happy with that. It's not always happy with unloading. And it is sometimes strange. I've seen the problems with this on quite a few maps as well. Right, so if we go next to the Colossus. It looks so funny having the Colossus pick up, like, yeah, like have a little header like that. It's definitely worth the 20% bonus though. That is a big pipe. Yeah, we're scraping against the post. We'll get it before it goes to the next post. Well, that's definitely working. Right, let's go and see in advance, because that's going to take a while to do that, as we know. That was a little bit close for comfort, really. And now then, we are going to see if we can make this work this time, or whether we've got to force tip and get the 30 tonner, and in which case we still need to grab another one. Again, on this we're going to go big. I'm going to grab the 108 tonner in time when we can afford it, which we probably could just about afford it. But now we need to. Now we also need to see if I knock these about, because the terrains around here where we did that bit, we can't get that off because we don't own that land. That should really. We will in time get it when we do own that land. Oh, nice job, nice job. Very nice job. Giving it a good old bash like that. That's here, back here is where we need it to be. So we need to go forwards, which is backwards. Yeah, to my way. Oh. We need to let the wheels drop. No, I think we're going to have to go the other way to lift the pressure off that. And then we'll go back down so we can see. So I always found that very important, that's all quite right. Send that around this way again. Well, that's not necessarily a wise thing. See, it's weird how your perception's completely different, so that's spot on. The other thing is we are sort of hovering over halfway, which is not just our field. Yeah, you see, oh, it's also low. Now that could also be the problem, really. Let's try something. Let's go to the standard silo, because it is a little low. See, yeah, no, we can actually for once, and I will allow it. We can sort of go behind the sheds, and it doesn't matter if we go on the field. It's this farmer. Well, not that we will, obviously, because we can avoid it, but let's try this in the standard silo. Just see if it is the fact that it's a little bit too low for that particular type of silo. So sometimes there's a price for realism. It's not always as easy as you think. And that's making good progress, the swather. Yeah, we need to be quick now. Yeah, but I don't want to trust that I'm right, and then this works out terribly wrong that it won't, because that other place was nothing to do with height. No, it wasn't. So we didn't put this down with V mode either, so there should be no functionality lost, as I've seen in the past when you do things like that. It really should. This should be functioning exactly as it should be, and there's absolutely no problem with it. Yeah, of course it is an original crop, but that's not the point. Right, let's go and fill that, because it's now going to be looking for the trader. That went from 80% to that very quickly. Right, whereabouts is it? Over the very far, of course it is, of course it's over the very far side of the field. It would be, wouldn't it? Yeah, at least it's waiting. We should have left it actually, because it would have done it itself. Yeah, now this, in a way you've got to be really quite careful, because technically it's trampling on all the crop. Now then we need to be, and yeah, you see, and I'm caught now. You've got to escape over it. Actually, it's going to be well past that. It's got a very long pipe. I think this is probably about perfect, actually. You see? Spot on. So this works perfectly well, but not with that particular silo setup. So realism comes at a price, really. Because it's too tall. We could really do something like the... Trouble is, that's specially for that. And the other thing is, it could also be the fact... That's true. It might not have actually told you. That should go on its own now. Yeah. And if for some reason it's trying to... attack us. So we can do another full amount, leave this here, and it should self-unload if it senses it and it's not too far out of its way. Yeah, we'll leave it because I'm not sure where the headlands and that are. How is Obi-Wan doing? Oh, we've still got an awful lot of... it's a big field, it really is. Now, we've done all the animals. Is there any little journeys we need to do? Now you, I wish to move, because you've been stuck here for way too long, little Massey. Beautiful thing that you are. Yeah, still I'm a little bit shocked at why the digestate's not shifting. It is a bit strange, but it is what it is. Right, so we can just fill that up whilst we're passing. Got to do these things. Right, so then lorry over there. Likewise. Oh, we're in a good enough place. So, animals, let's just check. I think all we've got to do is... Let's also see the green of 22 and 21. Now, 21 is getting closer, but I still don't think that's last growth stage. When should that be ready? Last one. Flax is ready in September. Lentils should be ready next month, so it may be last. Or we might have planted it a little bit late, and it's ready in September too. So yeah, to me it doesn't look quite. Yeah, it doesn't look quite right. So may as well, while we're actually doing this, do a little bit of usefulness. I think this will be full, really. It's only 100 ton limit, so we'll give it a shot. Yeah, and that we're not going to faff around with doing this though for ages. But yeah, so it does look. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We could pull that around more in case it was the headland thing. We do that. Like that. That is on our land. Bit weird. Right, that's about as good as we can get it. I think that would also mean we can probably get a little bit more of this. There is another beautiful bucket. So we should be able to get that. Can we get any more? No, that's going to be on their land, isn't it, really? Let's grab this. My life, that's it. Oh no, it's oats. I don't really expect that to be that quickly, really. Ooh. I think some of it went in. Typically, it does actually look quite pea-like, I must admit. Right, so we'll leave that. We'll get this out of the way a little. But we could sort of tuck it in there. It's not going to hurt. So that really shouldn't ever need to come that far backwards. Right, let's see how Leia actually does. It's quite a slow process, this as well. Now we could grab somebody. We could do this ourselves, actually. Actually, there's plenty of tractors down that end. Someone who's not been used for a while, like the Magnum, stuck in here. Fuel. We do need to do some fuel. I believe that is at the other end. I think probably a few. No, because the centre of this farm is going to change soon back to over this end. At the minute, I mean, we're always going to have obviously the animals to do, and it might be a good idea to leave one of our tractors. Or even buy something like 150 odd horsepower tractor if it comes up in the sales for that particular job over there to assist the Katrinka, because it is an important thing and it needs to be fairly powerful. Let's see if that will self-unload now. This. Probably it's not a bad idea. Repair? No, it doesn't need repairing. Definitely a wash is not a miss. Definitely not. Yeah, I might try the air thing. I used to like the air hose, was the very first one. It was one of those really reasonable mods. But, I'd forgotten. Yeah, but I was doing that on purpose. And they got and ruined it. This is true. My bad. Right, so then, that is not unloading itself. Oh, it is actually. It's just about to. You were being impatient, as you frequently are. Or it's got stuck. That's the other thing. Sometimes, yeah, I don't think it's just that collision thing. So I think we're going to probably have to, yeah, jump ship. Why did you almost do it and then you didn't actually quite do it? That's a little bit odd. Now these store about 19 tons, so I think it's pretty much not fill it, but almost fill it. So we can go and empty it into the other silo bin, as the other ones, yeah, a little bit troublesome. Now I'm debating with myself, why was I wanting another tractor? Was this is the main job? Must have been something I sort of realised I needed to do, but I've now forgotten. I mean, the perfect candidate would be this tractor ahead of us, because it's also got the front liftery type thing and the adapter, so it can sort of be used for quite a few things. It's also got narrows on, so not that. What difference does that make? Actually, none at all. I've no idea why I even said that. It's true. Yeah. Yeah, we're doing very well. We would be doing even better if our digestate was shifting from... We're going to have to manually do it, which is not a problem. We have got tankers after all. So then we're bringing this down here. It's a bit of a trek, though. Well, if we have to, if it's not going to work because it's too low, then, well, there is another option as well. We could still use this for certain jobs, but we could grab one of the 70 tons and the biggie. We could really afford one now, and the same as 2 lorries. If we get another lorry in the sales, not a bad idea to get that as well. Very pretty, it is. Oh, I'm bad. Running off. Yeah, again, I mean, you've got to ask yourself the question, why was the harvester hovering? Why did it not dive straight in? Because they don't always like every trailer. And it keeps on automatically closing that as well. Which is, I suppose people say that, think that's a good thing, but not necessarily. So if we stick this in the middle like that, yeah, because some of them aren't good at unloading if you're actually on the headlands, actually, you know, on the grass of the headland. They actually like you to be on the field. I've got, oh wow, that is doing a cracking job, really is. Now then, there was a job that I thought of. Well, we could actually do what I just said. Did we ever have a dolly? We can check in our roster and see what if we have got dolly. Nope. Well, we have got, yeah, we have also got this one up here, the truck. Could grab that water, stick it in the distributor if there's enough space. Not going to fill anymore. We need it for a purpose now. Yeah, this is what it doesn't seem. Yes, there's a bit of bleed if you do it at full extent, which is strange because I've got to be honest. This actually goes with some backs very well, where you can actually turn it around completely. When you consider this as 82 Studios, but it's not an 82 Studios truck, but the back is. That's my point. You'd have thought the 82 Studio stuff worked good with the 82 Studio stuff because it has got this capability which they built into it, but then again they are human beings. Yeah, this is also true. There is no arguing with that fact. Wow, that swather is absolutely doing brilliantly. Right, now that is already on the trigger, but it's not active, so some are alright, but then they're both liquid sort of things, so varies. Yeah, no, that's one where they're both on the trigger. That's overloading. Should now be alright. So then, where is the digestate? Which one is it at? Is it in the one that has got absolutely nothing in, or is it... No, it's the one that is active, which is the one at the side of the grass field. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because of course it would be, because we put grass in it. So that makes sense, but I don't understand why it's told to distribute and the production shed is calling and it's not answering. I don't get that. I'm afraid we've done this at the early days. I used to do this all the time anyway, even though I didn't have to. Ooh. Well, no, it's a good thing to test to see if we've got crop destruction plus on, because we're not narrows. No, not on. No, well, if it is, it's not affecting this map. I don't think it's on. Because you'd see it. It's a nightmare, but it's obviously... Well, I don't know if it's realistic, but it's just something you've got to watch out for, really. Quite right. So then... take this to the production shed. Now then we should see if this time it is going to unload or whether it's going to get stuck again. We shall actually go that way. We could, whilst we are waiting, jump into this. Sure, I bet this is actually getting quite full. Let's go and see how that unloads. And remember that the outside bits they are only straw now, because that's done. It looks like 2 headlands, because the third one is a slight difference in texture or colour and texture on that particular one to the normal straw. How are you going to cope? Absolutely fine this time. Ooh, only very close to the end for some reason. That'll do. It works. It's weird. I looked at the blue bar then and thought, I've got water. It's always blue. It's just the icon at the end that you need to look at, Mr. Smith. Do you know, seriously? So then, production shed. Ooh. It is narrowing. I literally go past it. And then, yeah, when you're a little bit closer to, then you can do it. Alright, smashing. Brilliant. That did a cracking job. It's completely emptied. I'm going to leave this trundling. I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side.
guys has done. Don't think I've ever had so much oats off a field. It is large, but this is bigger. It's got to be bigger than the Western Wilds fields. Because did I have this much? It's nearly 200 tons. It's tremendous. And the straw, we were approaching 800 tons then. So yeah, I would imagine it is about that right now. We don't need this. Yeah, I want to go and have a look. Now we're sticking this last lot in, and there's not a lot in this last load. It's a huge field, it really is. I mean, I'm well pleased. The one thing I am going to say is if we are taking on those big fields, we need a lot more equipment. I mean, I did say that about I mean, you could really have 2 harvesters going on this field now. It is, especially if you're going to use the Macadon pickup headers, you really could do with a couple, because it is quite slow going. Very worthwhile, I might add. I mean, that 20% bonus is humongous, and I'm sure that is what is obviously, well, one of the things that it's a big field anyway, but obviously with that 20% bonus and how slow it is, very slow. Oh, I keep clocking the actual nozzle because I'm trying to aim for the, yeah, and I keep catching that because it's at an angle, and it is at the right angle because obviously it's avoiding that metal. Oh, I keep doing it. It's just like repeating the same thing over and over again. Yeah, I think we'll have the cover taken off because it sort of does a funny flick and then it switches itself on again when you've like removed the cover. It'll switch itself on in a few seconds. Yeah, very, very weird and rather annoying. But some people may love it. It's like anything. Some features are like that. You love them or you hate them. It's Marmite. But I'm not a massive fan. Right, let's have a look in our menus because this has been a whopper. It really has. Now let's look in the silo. 281 tons. I have never had that kind of amount of oats off of one field. That is just tremendous. Straw. That's, yeah, I would say we're not far off 800 tons, like I said. I'm not sure which one is which. That's not the straw one. Now the grass I'm leaving for another session because it has been a whopper. It really has. Straw silage, yeah, we need to switch that on. 818 tons of straw. Now then, we need to tell that silage to distribute. Yeah, we do. Oh no, we've told that to distribute. Oh, it's distributing now. Fantastic. So I don't know what it was that was causing. Perhaps there was a glut in the production shed and I didn't look properly. That's a trouble sometimes. So that is fantastic. Yeah, the slurry. We'll do that another session. I'm well pleased with what we've done, and yeah, let's have a look at quickly just to remind us all of how far everything is. Yeah, we have harvested. Yeah, 21 and 22 are both coming on nicely. I believe we did think 21 was next month, but it could also be, which one is it? It is Lentils, which is either August, September. Now I have a feeling it's going to be September, and the flax is September, October. Now that again, likewise, is looking remarkably light, so I think that's going to be then. I'm well looking. Let's have a look. What is the value of that kind of oats, even just as oats? It's 207,000. I don't think even on Hobo's Hollow I ever had a harvest that from one field was like that. I mean, we did have the big field on Hobo's Hollow in the end. I think it was field 1, only for the very last year though, and that was a whopper. But that is a monster. So we've got the grass to do next session. We've done all the animals. Yeah. We've got some... it does show the slurry here. You have to go to the front of the right. I'm going to say that is weird. It shows it actually there, but it doesn't actually show it in the actual cow place itself. Yeah, when you click on each one, there's no sort of slurry shown at all. I think there's a mod that I've not ticked that does that, an additional thing for animals, enhanced animal something or something, not enhanced animal production on my ad, but yeah, extended, something like that, which shows you a bit more. And it might be that that's not ticked and it should be, but we are, boy oh boy. Yeah, we'll start that going, and we can fill as well. We just need to, yeah, smashing. Right, I'm going to leave it there, yeah, because it has been a whop. I can't resist, can I? I've got to try and fill it up. Well, it's just that I know that when you've got 2 of those Omatanas, 2 of the Farm Supply Productions, they're 2 million litres of water each, and trust me, it tries to fill them. It's a bit of a beast. And it is funny, actually. If you keep on doing that, every time you pass one of the lorries, you jump in, and not every time, but yeah, when you can, it soon actually does a cracking job. Anyway, yeah. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this monster map. It is a beast, it really is. I'm thoroughly enjoying it though, but I do agree, this really, I don't know about going for the big field. I think what we ought to be doing is gathering our resources for actually maybe buy that other one and sell those 2, but really we need to be able to meet that head on. And the same as the planter seeder, we need to go big. That 8 meter is not going to cut it. I mean, I don't mean you couldn't get 2 of them, but it is, if you look at how many 25s you're going to get in there, it's about 3.5 25s. It is a beast, it really is. I mean, field 2 is a lot smaller. I think we were going for 2 anyway, but even so, I would say 2 is at least, even with the farmyards taking a chunk out of that, I would say that is at least 2.5 25s. Now, if we're struggling with 25, it takes so long to do 25. Now, 21, by comparison, didn't seem to take too long, but we weren't using the Macadon header. That's the one thing I am going to say. But I still don't think, I think we ought to be tackling fields 1 and 2 with at least 2 harvesters. Yeah, whether it's the Macadon or the traditional header, I think we ought to be going for a second one, really, full stop. Also, we've obviously got to put some more, literally got to, if we're going to do, I don't know whether we don't just go what I have done in the past, for once just be farmers and let, I don't mean we've already got some productions, that's not what I'm saying, but I'm just, this year I just think we ought to just sell it out, because it's a massive injection of cash, especially if we're thinking of buying another Colossus and another header and that type of stuff. You can't keep expecting to get everything in the sales. That's just not going to happen. Oh, I do like that. It's beautiful. I don't think it's not a massive. What's the max it goes up to? 21 cubic meters. Yeah, it is 21, and as big as that is, again, on a scale of this, it's small. Yeah, on a small to medium map, that would be fine. It really would. It is a cracking. It really is a nice truck. Yeah, it is. Anyway, yeah, I'm tired, as you can tell. Yeah, so all that remains to be said is goodbye for now.